Hello everybody, this is Brian Welch and I'm going to be going over the Enterprise Marketing Quoting Tool. If you've used this tool in the past, hopefully this video might show you something that maybe you didn't know the tool could do. And if you're new to the tool, this is just a good short little introduction of the capabilities of the tool. The screen you're looking at in front of you is the home or dashboard page. This is what you'll see after you get logged into the tool with your username and password. From the screen you can do a couple different things. One is you can begin to run quotes for the 3 different product lines that are loaded onto the tool. You can also contact support up on the right-hand corner by the support button if you're having issues, you have questions in regards to the account, or the My Account button. If you want to change your password, change some preferences in regards to your account, you can click that My Account button there and you can do so on that next screen. So without further ado, we'll get started here. We'll start with Medicare Supplements. So to run a Medicare Supplement quote, you just click Run Quote. This will take you to a demographics page where you can begin to start running the information in for the person you're trying to get this quote for. So you can type in any zip code in the country, so everything from Maine to Florida to Oregon to California. This will run any zip code, and we'll give you the corresponding county and city and state. You can then select the age, the gender, and the tobacco status of the person you're trying to run for, and then you can also begin to select the plan. And so we're going to default to F, it being the most popular plan. But if you want to select, A or N or G or whatever plan you want to look at, you can do so using that plan selection. And then you can also select the effective date. And so if you wanted to see a future effective date, if you wanted to see a November 1st or November 1st or December 1st rate, you can. Lastly, we also have this client or quote label. It is optional to run the quote, but this is if you wanted to personalize the quote. If the person's name is John Smith that you're running the quote for, you can add their name in that client or quote label. So go ahead and press Get Quote. For these demographics here, for 65-year-old female and zip code 68135 for Plan F, it's going to price out all the plans cheapest to most expensive and give you some in-depth company information and some information maybe beyond just the rate that you might be looking at. So as you can see here, here's the results page. We're obviously going to give you the price per month and the company that it corresponds to. But we're also going to give you if they have a household discount or a policy fee. Important features when discussing these plans with clients. This just gives you a good indication if they do have a policy fee or if they do have a household discount. If they don't, it won't show up. Like you see here for Pekin Life, they do not have a household discount in this state, and so it's not going to be available for them to look at below the quote. Also, here are some company information. In this box, we're going to give you things like AM Best and S&P ratings that they're available, what the parent company is, the effective date of the rate you're looking at, years in the market, but we're also going to give you the rate type. And so if this is an attained age, an issue age, or community rated product, we'll be able to label it there in the attained age or rate type field. Last thing here on the quote box is the plan details button. This just has all the benefits associated with these plans. And so if you or a client is interested in looking at what maybe Medicare pays, what this plan would pay, and then what the consumer would pay, and because it's Plan F, it's all zeros, you have a quick little nice and neat and organized benefits page here. No matter what carrier you click on, it's going to be the same information, but we do provide it below each one of the carriers. A few different features beyond just the initial quote page is up above here is our quick quote section. So if you wanted to switch this from Plan F to N, you wanted to change the names, you wanted to go from male to or female to male, you can do so right here on this quick quote section. You don't have to keep clicking back and forth in order to run those quotes. On the left-hand side here, we have a toolbar, and we'll kind of briefly go over each of these options. The first is going to be the compare and the universal compare quotes. The first one is being compare. Let's say you wanted to take 2 or 3 of these plans side by side and take them away from the rest of the group. All you need to do is click some of the company names. They're going to turn green, and then they're going to be displayed up here in the top left-hand corner. You can then just click that Compare Quotes button, and it's going to take you to a brand new screen with just those plans side by side. So if you wanted to print this off or you wanted to show this to a client with just those plans available on the screen, you would do so using that Compare Quotes feature. The next option here is the Universal Compare. And what this is going to allow you to do is compare across product lines. So let's say you wanted to have a MedSup and a final expense on the same screen. All you need to do is click this globe on the company you want to compare to. If you click that, it's going to turn purple. This just indicates to you that you've selected this company for a universal compare, and it's populated up above here. You would then just need to switch to one of the other product lines, run another quote, and click the globe on one of those plans, and you can then put those different types of products side by side for a cross-sale opportunity. We also have a few different export features. The first is going to be a print button, pretty self-explanatory. If you wanted to print this in a printer-friendly format, no color, it strips out the color, you can click that print button. This PDF button is just going to generate a PDF of exactly what you're looking at here on the screen if you wanted to save this to your computer or email it. And the last one here is going to be the Excel. This is simply if you just want to dump this data into a data format. If you just want to use the raw data into an Excel database, you can click that green Excel button. We have a few different adjust your view options. First is going to be expanded or contracted view. If you like a simpler view, you don't want to confuse your client, or you just want to have the price and the company name, you can choose to expand or contract that view. Next button here is going to be the apply the discounts. If you wanted to apply this household discount to the rate, you just click that. For all the different plans, the rates will update with the discounts associated with them, and the order of the companies may change. Next one down is the annual rate. Pretty self-explanatory. If you'd rather see the annual rate versus the monthly, you can click that there. The fourth one down is going to be the market analytics, and there's going to be two things here on this market analytics that we're going to go over. First is going to be the age increase history. So each year the insured gets older. For an attained age policy, it'll show you what they'll pay in every time they get older, every time on their birthday. For an issue age or a community-rated plan, this is not going to be available, as well as the market data. This is simply just data that's going to allow you to view NAIC information that's self-reported by the companies. And that's going to be lives insured, loss ratios, premiums earned, and market share both on a state and national level. The next one down is select plans. If you are in a state or running a zip code that does have select plans available, you can just click the select plan feature, and it'll allow you to highlight or view those select options. Last thing down here, we have our underwriting, and this just allows you to add in underwriting the look-back periods for each one of the conditions. You can choose to scroll through the list and select the underwriting conditions if you do have a person that needs to go through underwriting, or you can search for them. So for argument's sake, we'll go ahead and select heart attack, which is a popular one that companies highlight. So if you can see, we selected heart attack, and for each one of the companies, we have the look-back periods. So for Manhattan Life, the look-back period is 5 years. Therefore, if they've had a heart attack within the last 5 years, they would have to answer yes on the application. It very well could be used as an item of declination to not issue them that insurance. Just gives you a good indication of not just the plan, best plan based upon price, but what also is the plan that they could actually get insured by. So that's the Medicare Supplement tool. It only takes a couple of quotes to become a master. To switch products or to navigate away from this page, you can just hover over the product label, and you can go back to that dashboard page that we started on, the My Account page, or you can switch to a new product. So we'll go ahead and click here. We'll click Medicare Advantage. This is going to work and look very similar to how MedSup just did. We always say if you can run one quote, you can run them all. Again, you just type in the zip code here, and you have a client or quote label. You have the county and the city and state that you're running. You can also change this to Part D or Special Needs. So if you wanted to run a Part D or Special Needs plan by itself, you can. We'll go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to price these out cheapest to most expensive. As you'll probably notice, most of these do have zero premium, so it is ordering them based on the max out of pocket. So we'll give you information like star rankings, drug deductibles, if there's gap coverage, AM Best and S&P ratings, if it's an HMO or PPO, just some base level company information. If you do want to see some plan details or some co-payments, co-insurances, things like that, you just click that plan details button, and that'll actually take you to the benefits, or if it's got drug tiers on it, that plan details page will take you to that information, and it'll allow you to kind of get to the nitty-gritty of what types of benefits these plans have, and that's what this page will look like here. So we'll go ahead and go back. This is going to have all the same type of information like before. It has your quick quotes section here, your export features, your compare quotes for comparison or cross comparison. You're not losing any functionality between the tools. Next option here is final expense. This is going to look a little bit different in the sense of how you run the quote. So just like the other ones, you're going to type in the zip code. of the person you're trying to run. You select the age, the gender, and tobacco status. One thing that's going to be different with final expense is you can either choose to run by the face amount or you can type in a monthly rate. So let's say your client can afford $30 a month. It'll then run the corresponding face amount plans for $30 a month. And so that's just different ways of running it. So we'll go ahead and type in we'll go ahead and run this by a $10,000 face amount. And then we're going to default to level benefit, but we have the return of premium plans, the single pay plans, graded plans, all those different types of final expense options we have. We'll go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to price these out cheapest to most expensive for a $10,000 face value. It's going to look very similar to the MedSup and the Medicare Advantage, except it's just going to be for a different product line. Like I said before, if you can run one product, you can run them all. So this is going to have the price per month and the company name. If there's an annual fee associated with these plans, the plan name, S&P and AM Best ratings, if it does have underwriting or if it's guaranteed issue, that's going to be all the different types of benefits associated here. Just like before, your quick quote section here, your export features and your compare options are all available, as well as your expanded and contracted view. You can apply the fees, and you can also see the different payment options associated with these. One thing that's going to be in addition, just like the MedSup, is we do have the underwriting period. So if you do want to see the underwriting conditions for these plans, you can do so on this tool. All in all, that's the tool on a very high level and base design. If you have questions, feel free to click that support button and reach out to us. I hope you enjoy using the tool and that you find it useful, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and maybe you'll learn something different that you didn't know the tool could do. I appreciate it. Have a good one.